Alright, let's cut through the noise and get straight to the facts. You've probably seen the headlines screaming, 4 days left for HBAR, QNT, and XRP, and your heart might have skipped a beat. Is something massive about to happen? Should you be panic buying or panic selling? Before you make any moves, let's take a deep breath and break down what's really going on behind these sensational claims. First, let's address the elephant in the room. This 4-day deadline on November 24, 2025. Is there a single, verified, earth-shattering event scheduled for all 3 of these projects on that exact date? The short answer is no. This kind of urgent language is a classic marketing hook designed to create a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out. It grabs your attention and makes you click. But that doesn't mean there isn't real substance to discuss. There are absolutely critical developments happening for HBAR, QNT, and XRP, and the crypto market is a place where things can change in the blink of an eye. So while the specific 4 days left is likely an exaggeration, the underlying urgency isn't entirely misplaced. Let's start with HBAR, the native cryptocurrency of the Hedera network. The big conversation around Hedera right now is all about exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. An ETF is a huge deal for any crypto asset. It allows traditional investors to get exposure to the asset through their regular brokerage accounts, like buying a stock. This opens the floodgates to a massive amount of new capital that wouldn't normally touch crypto exchanges. For Hedera, we've seen a lot of buzz around Spot HBAR ETF filings from major players like Grayscale. Now, these filings come with a series of deadlines as the SEC reviews them. There have been dates thrown around, some in the past, some in the future. The 4-day warning might be referencing a less publicized deadline for a specific filing, maybe an extension or a comment period that isn't making major headlines. These regulatory timelines are known to be fluid, and any news, positive or negative, from the SEC can cause immediate and significant price movement. A denial could lead to a sharp drop, while an approval could send the price soaring. So, for HBAR holders, the real story isn't a specific date, but the ongoing regulatory process surrounding these ETFs. Now let's turn to XRP. If you've been in the crypto space for more than 5 minutes, you know the story. The cloud of the SEC lawsuit against Ripple has been hanging over XRP for years. This is the single biggest factor influencing its price and adoption. Every hearing, every ruling, every piece of filed paperwork sends ripples, pun intended, throughout the market. The case is in its final stages, and any day could bring a summary judgment or a settlement announcement. A favorable outcome for Ripple could be explosive for XRP's price, validating its status and clearing the path for institutional adoption in the US. The urgency here is real, but it's unpredictable. It's not a countdown on a calendar. It's a legal time bomb that could go off at any moment. Beyond the lawsuit, there's also the constant talk of an XRP ETF. While it seems to be lagging behind Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, a positive resolution to the SEC case would likely fast-track those applications. This dual threat of a legal breakthrough and potential ETF approval is why XRP is always on a knife's edge. So what about QNT, the token for the Quant Network? Quant's mission is different, but equally vital. Interoperability. In a world with thousands of different blockchains and the entire traditional financial system running on its own rails, we need bridges. That's what Quant's Overledger technology does. It connects these disparate systems, allowing them to communicate and transfer value seamlessly. The hype around QNT isn't about an SEC lawsuit or an ETF, at least not primarily. It's about adoption. Every time Quant announces a partnership with a major bank, a central bank, or a large corporation, the market gets excited. These partnerships are validation that their technology is being implemented in the real world to solve real problems. A major announcement that Quant's Overledger will be used by a consortium of international banks, for instance, would be a monumental catalyst. The urgency for QNT is tied to these potential game-changing partnership reveals, which often happen with little to no warning. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the macroeconomic environment. We can't analyze these assets in a vacuum. HBAR and XRP in particular are heavily focused on enterprise use cases like cross-border payments. They are designed to be faster, cheaper, and more efficient than the current systems, like SWIFT. This makes them highly sensitive to shifts in global monetary policy. For example, there's been talk about the Japanese yen carry trade unwind. Without getting too technical, This is a major global financial phenomenon, and if it unwinds, it could create huge volatility in currency markets. In such a scenario, the demand for ultra-fast, reliable settlement assets, like XRP and HBAR, which are both ISO 2022 compliant, could skyrocket overnight. This is another source of underlying tension. The global financial system is on shaky ground, and these digital assets are positioned as a potential solution. A crisis in the traditional system could be a massive catalyst for them. So, let's bring it all back home. What does this mean for you, the holder or potential investor? First, accept that the 4 days left headline is a marketing tool. But don't dismiss the real catalysts behind it. Be prepared for volatility. ETF news for HBAR, SEC rulings for XRP, and partnership announcements for QNT are all high-impact events that will cause significant price swings in either direction. Do not let these swings shake you out of a good position if you believe in the long-term vision. Second, focus on the fundamentals. The real value of these projects isn't just today's price. It's the technology, the team, and the real-world problem they are solving. Pay close attention to official announcements. Go directly to the source. The Hedera Governing Council minutes, the official Ripple and SEC court filings, and press releases from the Quant Network. This is where the truth lies, not in sensationalized YouTube thumbnails. These are the true long-term drivers of value. Finally, manage your risk. The crypto market is notoriously volatile. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. And consider a strategy like dollar-cost averaging to smooth out your entries instead of trying to time the market perfectly based on some supposed deadline. The opportunities with HBAR, QNT, and XRP are immense. They represent a potential paradigm shift in finance, data management, and interoperability. But with great opportunity comes great risk. The tension is real, the stakes are high, and major developments are absolutely on the horizon. The key is to stay informed, stay rational, and separate the signal from the noise. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense crypto analysis. Let me know in the comments which of these 3 projects you're most bullish on and why. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.